my vitamins right here, okay? It's a liquid vitamin, so that's different. First of all, it's jam-packed with vitamins, minerals, herbs, all the things that you need, okay? It's an immune booster, and you already know, in these trying times when we got the Rona running rampant out here, okay? You gotta make sure your immune system is in check. And I know that a lot of people are freaking out right now because the virus is running around and people don't know what to do outside of washing their hands and being hygienic. Well, if you want to step your game up a couple notches, definitely get some kind of vitamin supplement into your life. For me, this is what I use. And I like this one because since it's a liquid, it goes straight into your bloodstream, like a lot faster than a pill would, because as you know, a pill would have to sit in your stomach, digest, and then hopefully go where it needs to go. With this, as soon as you take a shot, you feel it in your body. You feel the energy doing its work, okay? So I'm gonna put the link in the description for anyone who's out there who feels like, you know what, I am slacking. Like, I need to get more vitamins in my life. I need to take my immune system more seriously, and I need something that's straightforward and doesn't require too much for me. Take this, a shot every day, keeps the doctor away. Ooh. Bars. Get into it. Anyways, the true nature of this video is I have put together a nice Q&A list for everybody because people ask me all kinds of questions about my hair, and so I thought it would make sense to actually sit down and take the time to answer the questions that I'm asked most frequently, the FAQs, okay, the facts. So we're gonna get into it. I have my list over there. Hopefully it's comprehensive enough so that anyone who comes to this video, they get all the questions answered so that they don't have to ask me nothing else after this. Don't ask me nothing else after this, okay? Okay. So let's begin, shall we? First question that I get all the time is, how long have you been locked? The answer is 4 years. 4 solid years of lockage, okay? It's been a blessing. I love it. And every year, every few months really, my locks change. They get longer, they get more personality, and I just love it. I love it. Question and answer. Number 2, how many locks do you have? Now, I did a video showing myself count all of my locks, and the answer is in that video. But for all those who are impatient and unwilling to sit through another video to get the answers that they need, I will tell you, I have 97 locks, okay? 97. If you don't believe me, check out the video of me counting and you shall see the proof, okay? Okay, next question. How did I start my locks and why? So we got a 2-part question here. First part, I started my locks with 2-strand twist. 1, 2 strands twisted together like that. I started it myself. I'm sure if you've followed my journey for a while, you already know that. For anyone who's new, that's the case. I started it by myself just because I had already been doing my own hair, like my natural hair, for 4 years prior to my lock journey. And I trusted myself to know how I wanted my locks to look, how I wanted them to lay. And so yeah, I just went for it. Also, YouTube has a lot of resources. There's so many people out there who show how to do 2-strand twists, how to start locks. And it's really clear and self-explanatory in a lot of ways. So I just went on the YouTube, watched a couple of videos, and applied it to myself, and now we're here, okay? So anyone else who's out there who's interested in starting their lock journey and they're like, I want to start it myself, but I'm nervous. Don't be nervous, you got this, okay? Nobody got you like you got you. But if you're still uncertain about your abilities to do so, hit up a loctician, they got you too, okay? Part 2, why did I start my locks? Well, honestly, it was kind of like an impromptu situation where it was crunch time. It was Christmas Eve. I had my hair in mini twists already, and I had to decide between undoing my mini twists so I can wash them and then figure out a style that would be Christmas appropriate. Or I thought maybe I can just leave the twist in, wash it, and then retwist the roots. Let me see. Then I went on YouTube, looked up some videos of how long does it take your hair to lock up, how do you start locks, all that type of stuff. And I was like, okay, if I don't like it, I can just undo it. But for the sake of time and energy and efficiency, I'm gonna just wash it and retwist the roots and see how it goes. And it went well, because as you can see, I did not undo it. I just let it be, let it lock up, and I've never regretted it since. Literally the best hair decision I have ever made. Top 3, locks, big chop, going natural. Those are the top 3 hair decisions I've ever made. Worth it, okay? Next question. How long did it take for my hair to fully lock up? Okay, so let me see. I know within the first 6 months, it already started budding, which if you don't know, that's when it starts to like, let me just take one out for demonstration purposes. You start seeing different parts of the lock clump up and like do this like, I don't know how to describe, do this like belly dance onto itself. So some parts of it will be straight, other parts will be janky, other parts will be like thick, whatever. That's called the budding phase. And that's really when your follicles are starting to like find each other and they're like, ooh, who was that? Oh, you cute. Oh, let's link up. And then they start to like really hold hands and become one. And that process allows for the, I don't know if I'm explaining anything, but basically the follicles come together, they link up, and it starts to expand, and it looks like a bud, an actual bud of hair popping out. That took 6 months. And by the end of the first year, I would say that majority of the 2-strand twist, so let's say from here down to maybe down here, the 2-strand twist pattern had uniformed itself into a lock, but the end still had like a twist or spiral thing going on. So that took maybe, I'm estimating right now. I guess the answer would be it took my hair anywhere from 6 months to a year and a half to be fully locked from root to tip. Okay, that's my final answer. Year and a half. Okay, here's something that people ask, and I'm like, how did you make it past the ugly phase? Whoa, 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 the ugly phase? What? Huh? I cannot relate, because I personally don't feel that any phase of the lock journey is ugly. I really don't. From when you start, even no matter what length you start at, from when you start to as it starts to develop and mature, and it starts to like get these like funky little shapes and be all weird and quirky, but at the same time, it's demonstrating your personality through the extension of your hair follicles. So if you feel that your personality is dope or your character is dope, then literally everything about you would feel the same way. And because of that, I didn't feel that at any point my hair looked ugly. I felt like it just looked like a different version of itself. You know, so for me, I made it through the ugly phase by not acknowledging any phase as ugly. I just acknowledge each phase as what it is, and being able to recognize that each stage is temporary and it is a constant process of change, evolution. And so really just embracing that and knowing my hair is gonna look so much different in the next few months, and I'm excited to see what that looks like, as opposed to, oh, I look so ugly right now. Don't do that. Don't talk to yourself like that. Don't talk to your hair like that. Affirm yourself. You're bad as F. Okay, affirm yourself, affirm your hair, affirm your journey, and embrace it. However it looks, whenever it looks that way, embrace it. And it'll make you even more empowered within yourself as you progress along, because you'll be able to appreciate when it gets to this stage of maturity, because you were present in each phase of it. Okay, be present. Onyx just rolled up on me. Okay, here's a question. Someone asked me, why do you say that bleaching your hair is trash? Okay, let me tell you. That's obviously based on my own personal experience, and my experience was that I bleach the ends of my hair for the purpose of coloring it red, purple, whatever. And initially it was cool, but as time went on, the ends of my hair started to get really, really trashy, like straw, and thin, and it would break, which I didn't even know locks could break like that, because I just assumed that it's secured so nothing would break it. But no, the bleaching process and the aftermath really of the bleaching led to a slow decline of the health of my hair. And as time went on, it got to a point where even if I was just doing this, a quick little twirl, boop, a piece of lock would pull off. And I'm like, whoa, not okay with that. Not okay with that at all. And so for that reason, I say that bleaching is trash. Now, I know that people have had their locks bleached successfully, and those people most likely went to a loctician, a professional, to do it for them. I did not do that. So clearly my experience is biased, but generally I've heard a lot of people who have gotten their hair done professionally attest to the fact that their hair quality is different when it's bleached versus when it's not. It just changes, because the bleaching is stripping your hair down enough so that you can add a new color to it. So regardless of if it's a quality job or not, you're still affecting the natural essence of your hair. So you're going to notice a difference in the texture. You're gonna have to put more energy and effort into upholding the health of your hair, and I just don't got time for all of that. So yeah. Another question that I get often is, how do I maintain my retwist? Okay. So first of all, I don't use clips on my retwist, but that comes with the fact that my hair is long enough to like hold itself. So when I twist it, it's like twist, 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 and then it twists onto itself like that. I hope you can see. Anyway, as far as maintaining a retwist, I don't have to do much, honestly. I wrap my hair at night. I used to use this really big bonnet, but I had to throw it out because the elastic started to stretch out too much. So I need to replace it. If anyone knows of a Black-owned bonnet company, please link it down for me, because I will definitely get my next bonnets from us instead of from them, because what they know about bonnets. Anyway, so until I get a new bonnet, I've just been using a regular scarf, like one of these. And what I do is I just, all right, hold it like a diamond, right? And then I just fold it. I just fold it a little bit because my hair is long, so I need enough fabric so that I can reach all of my hair and not have too much of it hanging out. So I do that. I may as well show y'all, right? Let me just show you. Okay, so put it all behind me. Take my scarf, okay, put it like this, okay, tuck behind my ears. These two pieces, I tuck behind, and cross them over each other to bring them back like that, right? And then I tie it. I tie it to the front. Very simple, very easy, very straightforward. Okay, and then the back, I'll like make sure that my hair is all tucked in, because I don't want to deal with lint. That's one thing that I don't have time for. So I make sure it's all covered. So however I lay and roll around in the bed, lint cannot find me. Okay, it's covered. And this is how I wrap it up at night, and that allows me to maintain my retwist, of course. Also, I do styles that require very minimal manipulation. So I'm not someone who's gonna be doing like crazy braids and stuff like that. Those are fire, and people who know how to do that, shouts to y'all. But I do not, and so I keep it very simple. As you saw in the beginning, I have my hair up in a bun. I'll wear it like that, or just tie it up like this, or tie it up in a bun like this. Anything that's like doesn't require too much pulling and manipulating of the hair. And that way, because I do really simple styles, my retwist stays intact for a while.
So let's put this back on. Okay.
Whatever. Okay, so how do I moisturize my locks? Now, let me be honest with you. That has been something that I've had to really figure out. I think I've recently found a way to accomplish the moisture balance, but it took me a while. Can't even front. But what I do is I have some rose water, put it in a spray bottle with some water, dilute it, right? And shake, 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 spray. Right? Go like section by section and spray. When it comes to the roots, I'll spray like from a distance, like from there, so that it's not too wet, but it's definitely catching the mist. Work it through. And then I use this number right here, Blue Magic Coconut Oil Hair Conditioner. Now, let me tell you, I may as well get into the products that I use. What products do I use? This, and this. That's it. When I do my retwist, obviously it's wet. Like I wash my hair and then, let me show you. I wash my hair. This is what I use to wash my hair. This is Jamaican Mango and Lime Tingle Shampoo, Moringa Seed Oil, Manuka Honey, okay? Those are the active ingredients in there. Listen to this. Helps invigorate scalp, gently cleanses, helps remove product buildup. Let me tell you, it sure does. This has been the best shampoo I've used thus far for my lock journey because it cleans very well, it feels good on my scalp, and it doesn't overly strip my hair either. So I use this to wash and then dry it, of course, and then this is it. This is all I use. Let's say my hair is getting dry as I'm retwisting, I'll just use this to refresh, but I'm really only using this. This is what it looks like. You might see some strands up here and there, whatever. So what I'll do is, let's demonstrate again. Let's use this one. I will take like this much, okay, that much, and put it at the root. And like rub it in, because yes, it's an oil, but it's also, it serves like a conditioner. Like it's thick enough for you to like massage into your hair and scalp. So your scalp would be nice and protected and moisturized, but also your hair will be conditioned. So that's one thing I really like about it. So I rub it in, rub, and then twist, oops, twist. And like I said, no clips, I just boom. Right? Yeah, so that's how I keep my hair moisturized. Now, what I've noticed with this is it smells like coconut, okay? It makes my hair feel so soft. Like after I put it in and my hair dries and everything, when I go back and touch it, my hair feels so soft. The scalp is moisturized. I don't have any flakiness or dryness going on. The actual root is really soft. Like it feels so good. And it lasts like for days after the fact. My hair still feels soft and put together. Now, as far as the ends of my hair is concerned, I don't put any products at the ends of my hair. The only thing I use is my little mist. That's all I put at the ends. Okay, that's all I put at the ends. And the ends of my hair feel fine. Like they don't feel trashy or anything. Like just look at them. They feel perfectly fine. So I think that's really because I don't use a lot of products, so I don't have a lot of buildup. So my hair isn't like fighting to get anything that doesn't belong out. It's like just my hair. And also the rose water is moisturizing in itself. So that combined with actual water is like it gives my hair what it needs. I don't need anything to seal the moisture in per se, because like at this point my hair is dense. Like all the strands are together and formed in a lock. So using anything like a cream or something like that, it doesn't really penetrate the way that it would in loose natural hair, because your hair is spongy at this point. Everything is together. So the product isn't penetrating the shaft anymore. It's more so just sitting on top of it. And then it goes inside the core of your lock and starts to attract lint and builds up and all that type of stuff. So in order to just avoid that headache, I just keep it very simple, and my hair thrives as a result of that. So that's what I use. Also, I recently got into this oil. It's called African Pride Moisture Miracle. Now, I'm not gonna say it does the moisturizing that I need, because this does that. But what it does do is add a nice fragrance. It smells so good. So good, so good, so good, so good. It smells so good, all right? It has castor, grapeseed, argan, coconut, and olive oils, as well as vitamin E, and then a few additives to make it smell as good as it smells. So I'll use this as my moisturizing and retwisting agent, and this when I need some fragrance happening. So my hair always smells good with this. And as far as my edges, I lay my edges down with Eco Styler gel and this brush. I use this part and just brush, 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 and there it is. So those are the products I use. I use Jamaican and Lime shampoo. I've only used the shampoo. I haven't used anything else, so don't ask me about that. I use my coconut oil from Blue Magic, okay? And I use my Eco Styler gel for my edges, my African Pride oil for my fragrance, and that's it. What else? Oh, and when I do my apple cider vinegar rinses, which I do like once every 2 months or so, I don't do it often because I don't need to, because I don't have any buildup. But for those who use like lock-in gel or anything else in their hair, they probably have a lot of buildup, and so you might want to use an apple cider vinegar rinse more frequently, like once a month. But I just do this. I fill up the sink with warm water, put like, I don't know, 2 cups of this in there. If I have baking soda, put some of that in there as well. Dump my hair in, scrub, 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 and then take it out, and it's nice and shiny and moisturized and clean. So if you haven't done it yet, add it to your regimen. Apple cider vinegar. It's the truth. Now, someone has asked me this before, and for the sake of answering them and anyone else who has this question, okay. Will you ever cut your locks? No, I will not. That's it. No, I will not. I'm not interested in cutting my locks. As far as when they say cut, they mean cut off. No, I will not be cutting my hair off. The only circumstances by which I would be doing that is if, let's say, as time goes on, it gets too heavy for me to manage. At that point, I'll probably just trim it to a shorter length. But I don't see myself cutting it off. Maybe if I experience any kind of balding, then I would cut it off and I'll just rock a shortcut. Those are the type of situations that would cause me to cut it. But just for the sake of being like, okay, I'm over this, let me cut my hair now. No, I won't be doing that. Someone asked me, will I ever go back to loose natural hair? I'm gonna say no. Reason being, I was loose natural for 4 years, and I was able to experience it from the big chop to the full fro and everything that happened in between. So I was able to spend time with my hair. I was able to learn it, understand how it grows, understand what it needs, see the different phases of the curl patterns and stuff like that. So I've never felt like I miss it because I've gotten to experience it. And truthfully, the longer that it gets when it's loose, the more it requires as far as maintenance, because you got to detangle and style it and somehow look presentable, and it takes a while. So because I've had that full timeline of experience with my loose hair, I don't have the desire to revisit that experience. I feel completely satisfied, very happy with my locks, and I don't see myself combing them out, undoing it. I definitely won't be cutting them to restart it because they're exactly how I would want them to be. So yeah, no, I will not be going back to loose natural. No, I will not be cutting it. Okay. Trimming, that's a different story. If it gets too long for me to manage, I'll trim it, but that's it. Someone asked me if I got my locks as just like a hairstyle or if it's a spiritual thing. The more I've gotten into the journey, it's become very spiritual for me because I've learned a lot about myself, a lot about my levels of patience and acceptance of myself and other people, because I've had to practice those things within my lock journey. And so it's a spiritual thing. Also, your hair, specifically our hair, connects us cosmically. It's like our antennas. And so I feel like I'm more spiritually in tune, more connected, because my hair is growing and thriving, and it connects to everything around me, and it connects to me. And so it's a spiritual journey for me. No, I do not eat pork. It's not a religious reason either. I just do not trust the swine. I don't trust it. I've seen too many visuals of parasites and all kinds of nonsense happening to the body and the brain after consuming pork. Not to say that everyone who eats pork is going to have that problem, but I'm just too wary of that potential outcome to even participate. I'm like, I'm good. No thanks. It tastes great, but I'm good. Oh, here's a question that someone asked me that I forgot to answer. How long do you wait between washes? So I like to wash my hair ideally every 2 weeks. That's just always been my hair schedule, even when I had a perm. Like every 2 weeks, I'm going in for the wash and set, right? When I was loose natural, same thing. Every 2 weeks was the ideal for washing and styling. Same thing for my locks, every 2 weeks. But in the beginning of my journey, I waited a month because I didn't want to undo anything. And even now, sometimes I'll push it to 3 weeks, and sometimes it'll even stretch to an entire month that I haven't washed my hair. And I'm able to get away with that because I don't have a lot of product in my scalp, and therefore I don't have a lot of buildup. My hair doesn't smell crazy or anything like that, and so I don't have to wash it all the time. It's pretty good. Like, it's good. Like, get up in there. My hair is chilling. I don't have anything that needs to be washed out. Now, some of y'all already know this, but for those who don't, I started locking my edges about 5 months ago. It's been 5 months. And my whole thing was, I didn't like the fact that when I would be in need of a retwist, like these little pieces at the edge would start to separate from the lock. It would start to separate and get all like fuzzy and poofy, and it'll be like I had a little afro outside of the lock. I didn't like that. I was like, how dare you? And so I decided to attempt to lock my edges, since enough of the hair was coming out to form its own little lock. So I thought to myself, maybe my hair just wants to express itself in a different way. So I separated them. I locked them up. For these, I braided them up so that they would stay. And what I had to do for some of them, like, let me find one. Like this one, I put a knot at the end so that it would stay intact. And in order, as far as retwisting, I would interlock the edges so that it could be secure and not slip out or unravel or anything like that. And I've been doing that for 5 months and they're locking up nicely. Okay, and I just plan on letting them grow and just having them as little accents. Just little accents to the lock life. My little lock babies, my baby hairs. Okay, ooh. So this is what they look like. You see, they're frizzing up. This one is budding. And like I said, it took up to 6 months for me to see the budding happen. And I'm re-experiencing my lock journey via my edges. So here's the budding right there. And it's a good time. I'm enjoying it. Budding right there. It's getting thick right there. Right? The edges are locking up successfully. So yeah, success. Someone asked me, why haven't I gone to a loctician? I'm pretty sure I answered this in my other question. Basically, I trust myself and I know that I'm capable of doing my own hair. So I haven't ever felt the need to go to a loctician and like pay someone else to do my hair for me. It just doesn't resonate because I don't need that service. Maybe one day when I'm feeling fancy, I'll go and have them do a fancy style. But even as I'm saying it to y'all right now, I don't see myself doing that. So who knows? I think I've answered all the questions. I'm looking. I don't have any more questions to answer. I thought it would be a lot more than that. It's not. Those are all the questions I have. So, I mean, if anyone else has any more questions for me, feel free to just comment those and I'll respond to them conversationally, okay? But I did my best to answer all the questions that I remember getting all the time, and I hope that they made sense and gave you some kind of clarity or understanding or insight into my journey and how that might apply to you and your journey. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. Also, don't let the Rona have you out here slipping, okay? Stay on your square. You're good, you're covered, you're protected. Tune into your spiritual self. Tune into source energy around you. Take care of yourself. Make sure that you are doing what you need to do. Keep yourself clean. Wash your hands. Sneeze or cough into your elbow. Okay? Sanitize. Clean the place around you. Take your vitamins. Drink your water. Mind your business. And you'll be fine. Okay? Now, I know it's scary for a lot of people, but what I'm saying is don't let fear be what navigates your life. Don't allow it. Okay? You got this. God got you. And so, you good. You good. You good. You good. You are good. You good. Okay? Okay. Let me show off. I got some new plants. Here's one. Okay? And here's another one. It's so cute. I got this from my classroom. Okay, probably y'all don't know, I'm a teacher. I'm a preschool teacher. And I'm teaching the kids about plants and trees, and so I got a little live plant for them to see. But then the Rona came and shut it down, so I haven't been able to show it to them yet. So I'm showing it to you guys. So cute. I'm so excited about them. Okay, I think I'm done. I'm finished. So, shouts to y'all for tuning in to this Q&A, Corona edition. And everybody out there, stay blessed, stay protected, and tune into self, okay? Until next time.